And let's do that shot off because we're not watching the chat. We don't want to see all the Spanish and the distractions in the chat. All the TaToH supporters, all the T2 supporters coming out in force today. Let's see what colors they are. No, we're going to have to play with team colors on again. But not to worry, because over to the left of the map, playing as the Celts. In the blue, we have TaToH, T2, TaToH, and on the right-hand side of the map, in the red, playing as the Aztecs, we've got Tyrant RiuT, who is currently trailing 0-1. TaToH getting the lead in this set, and what a spectacular first game that was. And now, of course, the classic Arabia. But this time it is not an Aztec war, which makes me very happy. TaToH, feeling pretty confident maybe. After that last game, he played as the Celts. Maybe he's thinking, you know what? I played as the Celts and I won. Let's do it again. Let's just rinse and repeat. Eat, sleep, AOC, repeat, as the t-shirt so famously says. But I'm so glad that it's not an Aztec war, because that means he's confident, to say the least. And pretty sure TaToH here had 99% confidence that RiuT was probably going to choose Aztecs. Now, looking at the maps, it does look like a very solid map for RiuT here. Almost to the point where TaToH might feel like he wants to call a re. We'll see. I mean, this map is not horrendously bad. I think he's got to get some early aggression in, though. I don't think he has a choice. Now, there's two reasons why TaToH needs to do early aggression here. Reason number one is this forward gold. Now, actually, saying that, he has got a nice back gold here, but it's difficult to saturate that. Not that that's the main issue. It's just this main gold on the front is really open, and, you know, his map's going to be pretty tough to wall as well. But I think two reasons. That's number one, why he's got to get aggressive. Number two, in fact, three reasons. I'll give you another one. Reason number two is that down here, he's got a huge deer patch. He's got 7 deer, and he needs to mill that. It's too awkward to lure. I mean, he could. I mean, in fact, RiuT's kind of doing a nice job of luring them in for him. But I think TaToH needs to mill this deer patch on the right. So if he gets aggressive, he can buy himself the time to do that. And reason number three is that TaToH won the last game because of aggression. Make no mistake about it. So I think he's got to get aggressive here. Unfortunately, RiuT, though, on the prowl, it looks like he wants to come in and steal a boar or something along those lines. At the moment, he's not found it. He's gone the wrong way. But if he heads up this direction, he might just head into the boar. And in fact, if RiuT's watching his scout, he's going to see the hunter, as he comes forwards. And TaToH will secure the boar. But how lame is this going to get? Not too lame, because TaToH did do loom, and with a very good reason. If he hadn't got loom, he could have lost that villager, and the eagle could have stole the boar. So a very good precaution there to do that. And TaToH obviously doing all the right things at the moment. The question is, will he drush? And with 3 villagers out on wood, and a 4th now coming in, I think a drush is likely. Bear in mind that the Celts do get a wood gathering bonus, so they don't quite need 4 villagers as most civs would. The Huns are an exception to that as well, I suppose. But anyway, let's have a look at RiuT's side of the map. And I think RiuT's got a great map here, and the reason for that is because of, although it's pretty open on the front, he can sort of make a wall off by funneling towards his TC. But he has got this kind of nice back gold and a very easy wall on this right side, so very easy to keep this back area safe. He's got a second back gold here as well. He's got a back stone. So any forward tower aggression, like TaToH did last time, he can easily secure that stone. And the left side's an easy wall. The wood here is fairly safe from archers because of the shape that it is. It's almost like a chevron. But yeah, he can come in here with some archers and get some villagers from this side. But over here, it's a little far, you know. So I feel like TaToH could be playing aggressive and maybe doing a fast feudal into man-at-arms again. Last time he did that, he went up on 21 vills. He is actually queuing his 21st villager now. RiuT, meanwhile, already on 21 vills. And of course, that's one of the bonuses of the Aztecs. They get free loom, so they don't have to waste time. No messing around. RiuT's up to feudal, and TaToH is adding more vills. So this could be then, what I'm anticipating this to be is a 25 pop man-at-arms. And unusually, RiuT here is actually not drushing. And, you know, bear in mind the Aztecs have, you know, the strongest drush in the game. Undoubtedly. The strongest drush in the game. So, for him not to drush now, it's rather interesting. And TaToH definitely anticipating a drush, but he's not actually found RiuT yet. And that's kind of unfortunate. But there you go. You see TaToH now heading out to this right side to take these deer. It's too good of an opportunity to miss out on. Unfortunately, this scout taking quite a lot of damage. And TaToH here going to spot that barracks just... Oh, there you go. He sees the barracks there. He really needs to check that. Yeah, he's checking it. He sees it's a barracks and it's only just coming up. So TaToH knows no drush on the way. And that's actually some really, really important information. Because he doesn't have to worry so much now. He's not got that worry of like, if I leave my base with these militia, will 5 militia rock up on the flank and start killing my vills? Well, no. TaToH's actually able to do this. Obviously, RiuT's very well aware of what is going on as well. RiuT here with his scout, keeping a close eye on this drush, seeing the villagers coming forwards. And TaToH knows that this is going to be a similar play to last game. Only this time, RiuT is going to be a little more prepared for this. He's going to really understand exactly what TaToH is going to try and do here. And he's got a better map as well. He's got a much better map to deal with it. This second wood, for instance, is really safe back here. So that'd be awesome. 1K viewers is the dream, but we actually broke 1K the other day. We had 1,200 viewers for the Viper versus Loiser games, which was awesome. So I'm sure we can hit 1,000 viewers again during this tournament. That'd be nice. So Man-at-Arms in for TaToH here to TaToH, and we got RiuT also doing Man-at-Arms upgrade, but only 3 militia out versus the 4 of TaToH. So TaToH should have the advantage if he fights this, but with the villagers in there, I think RiuT's taking calculated risk and bringing the villagers into fight. This could go tits up very quickly if TaToH is unable to secure this forward. Forwarding is risky. It is very risky. If you lose it, then it's very difficult to come back from losing a forward because your opponent's going to wall it up. You have to rebuild those buildings. It's a pain in the ass. But TaToH has RiuT where he wants him, and he's able to take these deer. And for TaToH, that's a bonus because RiuT's not taken the deer yet. He's only just moving out there now. Meanwhile, TaToH here holding on the front as best he can, trying to get out some military. But this is the difference. RiuT 2 ranges, TaToH just the 1. So a little awkward, perhaps. A little awkward. But thank you very much, CD Projects, for becoming a Warlord for the second time. It's our 2-month anniversary. Thank you very much for resubscribing. Much appreciated. This extra Man-at-Arms should make a bit of a difference. TaToH here clinging to the hill, but there you go. The walls. RiuT trying not to waste any time here on walling this archery range up. He's going to do what he can to prevent this range from being effective. I don't think he'll wall it up. TaToH continuing to bring in the Man-at-Arms, bring in the heavy guys, and I think he could get the win in this fight actually as well. If he brings his villagers in, calculated risk of course, he could get the win on that fight. Focusing down the Man-at-Arms first, I believe, and then going after these skirms. Of course, RiuT getting those villagers mixed in as well, but gonna lose this villager on the right side almost certainly now, unless he somehow makes some insane hasty escape. But the Celts, of course, can really take advantage of their infantry movement speed bonus. It's huge, and it allows these men-at-arms to chase these villagers down, which most men-at-arms cannot do. So it allows them to get away with that, and that's awesome for them. So RiuT here still milling around with these villagers. Actually, a lot of idle time on these guys. I guess you could say the same for TaToH, though. A lot of idle time for both of them, I imagine. In fact, let's check it. TaToH here, 8 minutes idle time versus the 7 of RiuT. Not too bad, I guess. Pretty close at the moment. Deer on the right side, then. He sees them going down, so he knows the villagers are there. And he's heading straight out to maybe butcher some villagers, just as they would butcher the deer over here. Quite fitting, really. Not noticing, though. Just heading straight on by, finding the gold. I mean, he could do so much damage back here because RiuT seems to have not noticed yet. Surely now, yes, that's it. Surely now he'll get a villager kill at the back. Turn around, kill the villager. It's not going to happen. This guy's just too slow, unfortunately. But causing RiuT to go back. Now, military-wise, RiuT's slightly ahead. 15 military versus 13. I'm just amazed that TaToH didn't try and go for the vills out here. They had further to run back to the TEC. All sorts of stuff, but he'd come around the back, maybe look for the wood villagers. RiuT certainly seems unaware or unprepared for that. at the moment. RiuT also doesn't have fletching yet. Neither does TaToH. Neither does TaToH. TaToH. There you go. That's a new one. TaToH. TaToH does not have fletching yet either. But I think, yeah, RiuT's going to have that first. At the moment, blacksmith coming up. Mining camp on the front for the stone. And that's another point as well. His stone is also on the front. So reasons why he has to get aggressive. Number 4. Forward stone. But yeah, in this situation, RiuT just gonna try and wall up this left side and just stall. If you can stall TaToH, then he can actually get to the castle age first and go from there effectively. And at the moment, he's looking pretty strong. RiuT does have 3 extra villagers. 4 plus 3 is 7. Yeah, my maths so strong. I'm trying to just make up for the fact I failed so hard earlier, I think. But yes, obviously, villager advantage. And 3 villagers, it's not a huge amount yet, but it's not going to be unnoticeable. It will start to kick in as the game goes on. Obviously, the longer that villager advantage exists for, the more of an advantage RiuT can pull. But at the moment, the score lies with TaToH, and he is surprisingly ahead in score, which it's very curious because actually he's behind in vills and he's behind in military. The only difference is he has got 8 kills and 4 deaths, but that's it. And I think RiuT here, with a larger army coming around on this right side, could easily push these units away, unless TaToH can get through this house. It's not going to happen though. He's going to get penned in if he's not careful, and these guys are going to be toast as the thousands of javelins get thrown at them and they manage to survive them all. Obviously with fletching as well, it means that these guys do take extra damage from the skirms, taking 2 damage per volley, which means this is a one-shot kill, this mass here. Good play by RiuT at the moment, retaking that score, and back at home, Wolfpack. The Wolfpack is probably wishing his pack was with him at the moment because he's really open to raiding and really open to aggression here. This forward seems to have all but petered out now. Really very little happening over here. And although, yes, he's making the occasional unit, it's pretty undefended, I feel. RiuT, I don't know what's going on here. I think he was dropping gold. He forgot to send the villagers back to work, and now they're running away. So RiuT's gold situation is not particularly strong, but he's into making skirms anyway, and this is certainly looking a lot better than the last time around, that's for sure. God's Knight, thank you very much for subscribing as well. Had quite a few subs today, it's much appreciated. Thanks for supporting the stream and becoming a Wallow Warlord for, well, probably, I don't know, the 3rd time now. I know you've subbed before, I'm sure of that, but thank you again for resubscribing, much appreciated. On this back side, you get a double dip as well. I think Twitch alerts is broken again. So unreliable. Maybe it's not actually showing 2 alerts on the monitor, but it is on my second screen. Anyway, yeah, so this army on the right side here, pushed away. Pardon me. And RiuT here, way ahead. He is very close to the castle age. TaToH, wheelbarrow just coming in. But again, it's late, and I feel like wheelbarrow is quite delayed from TaToH in both of these games. In fact, last game he got it at 28 minutes, this game 23. He's also had to take a lot of stone to put up these defensive towers because he can't realistically wall this map completely. So the towers are there. So perhaps a little saving in villager time by building the towers rather than building a massive wall off, but either way, RiuT's clicked up to castle now, and TaToH does not seem to be able to get the food at the moment. It should come in very soon since wheelbarrow just finished up, but he is going to be behind, and he's still very far behind in military. He's got half the military of RiuT right now. RiuT. I've heard RiuT's name said a few ways. To me, it's always RiuT, but I believe a lot of people say it as RiuT. His actual name is Daniel, though. Yeah, a little bit of trivia for you. That's the word I was looking for. It's late. It's late. It's nearly 10 o'clock, and I'm tired. Anyway, I was tired earlier, so you can only imagine what I'm going to be like by the time the next game gets started. Oh, goodness me. I like this by TaToH, though. It's actually really nice. This is unusual. You don't see this very often. But oftentimes this actually works out pretty well. Now, a lot of the times, players don't scout the map completely, right? So, RiuT here, he knows where the gold of TaToH is in the back of his map. He knows where the gold on the front is. He knows where the middle golds are. He knows where most of the gold piles are. But he hasn't scouted the one gold that TaToH is at, which is actually over here. So TaToH, really risky, really far out on the right side. Villagers gathering the gold over there, just miles away from anything. But the chances of RiuT finding that at the moment are actually pretty slim, because he's not looking for him there. So TaToH can get away with it. That's actually unusual, but I think it's certainly worthwhile doing that every now and then when your opponent has this huge mass of army. RiuT with 45 military. Man, that's a lot of units. Crossbow, elite scum, bodkin arrow, the works, and it's all coming in now. I think TaToH gonna be really struggling. What TaToH needs at the moment is mangonel shots, and good ones at that. He needs some good, solid mangonel shots right now in order to catch up, because he's got to kill this military somehow. And yeah, RiuT's done a great job here of just pumping these units out, still reaching the castle age first. Now TaToH up to castle doing elite scum himself. And I believe doing bodkin arrow already, yeah. But still, this is gonna hurt. And RiuT here just out of range of this TC as well. Killing off the farms, killing off a couple of vills, easily done. And TaToH here getting out this mango. TaToH with the mango. He's looking for a big shot. Now, I think RiuT gonna be, you know, such a fast player, he's probably gonna be able to see this coming a mile off. Let's have a look at his line of sight. He sees it. Is he watching? No! Is he taking damage? Yes, but how much? Not enough. A few units going down, nothing too major, nothing he can't deal with at the moment. And meanwhile, on the right side, there was a battle as well. I apologize, I kind of missed that. Looks like that ended up pretty good for RiuT as well. So TaToH here, +1 defense actually on these units, which RiuT also has. So even on the upgrades still. And RiuT now moving around on this right side. Maybe he'll find this gold and dash TaToH's chances of getting anything in this game. But honestly, looking very ropey for TaToH right now, and this army on the right side, or left side even, going to go down. The army on the right of the left going to go down. But yeah, I mean, I'm surprised he's not walled up these ranges, because TaToH would have to go back and rebuild them if he wanted to make archers. Instead, though, he's going into knights. And obviously, you know, that's something nice for the Celts in this situation, because RiuT can't make knights. He just no option to do that. The Aztecs just cannot do that. So, oh, TaToH, please, I come in peace. Please, will you trade with me? Well, it doesn't get much better than that. Does not get much better than wondering why TaToH has no resources right now. It's because he's just got him built a trade cart. Wow. Unbelievable. I can't believe that. Why would he do that? Why? He comes in peace, I'm sure. But anyway, Knights coming out. Obviously, the Aztecs can't do that. But Knights not going to be enough here, I think. There's a lot of units out for RiuT. He has got a good mass of units there. And RiuT's on the way up to Imperial Age. It's just looking like it's going from bad to worse for TaToH here. You know, he's got out this defensive mangonel. He's got a huge army. He's going to be imp in just a minute, taking advantage of the Aztecs' fantastic eco. And TaToH sinking those resources into knights right now, which is a worry. And more barracks coming up. We're expecting to see eagles. And of course, the Aztecs there going to be able to pull this advantage. I think what RiuT needs to do is X his market and just let this trade cart in for good measure. Just for good measure. Now RiuT here, even if he kills this army, even if he kills RiuT's army, it's, in my opinion, not good enough. Okay, so a couple of conversions coming in, and they're going to go, in my opinion, straight for the mangonels. Might get one, might even get two at this rate. But taking down those high-value units from TaToH. TaToH's sitting just outside of these walls. And that's pretty huge. 2 knights, 2 conversions, that already pays for them, and 2 mangonels as well. So an insane trade for RiuT right there. Kept both of the monks alive as well. Does not get much better than that. And he's about to hit Imp any second. Now RiuT, I mean TaToH here, gonna see these barracks. So I mean, he's surely expecting that Imperial's coming in soon. Maybe just thinking, hey, these barracks are probably to make Eagles to counter the Mangonels. But Imperial Age about to come in. And TaToH, GG. We expected that 100%. He knows that he cannot stand up to the Imperial Age of the Aztecs there. Colors switching over at the end, but we'll put the team colors off for a second. Excellent game from RiuT. I like that TaToH tried that. I think we knew that he had to go aggressive there. We knew that that had to happen, but at the same time, he just couldn't make it work. RiuT's map was not exploitable. He couldn't exploit the map as well as he'd like to. And unfortunately, RiuT didn't accept the peace offering. RiuT did not accept the trade card and just say, you know what, man? Let's just call it a truce. Not when money is on the line. And unfortunately, yeah, for TaToH, that just wasn't enough. And I like what he tried there. Just couldn't work out. And obviously, once RiuT hit Imp and we're seeing those elite Eagles coming out, it would have turned into raiding, and TaToH would have lost everything very, very quickly. So there you have it. GG, and it's his 1-all with RiuT getting his point on the board now. And I don't know, a fairly expected win, I think, looking at the Civ matchup there. Yeah, look on the bright side. The trade card survived.